Hi everyone, I am Aravind Kumar, Project Manager for the Life Sciences Vertical at Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad. So we are one of the science and technology clusters, which is an initiative by Office of Principal Scientific Advisory to the Government of India. What we do at Research and Innovation Circle of Hyderabad, like we work with various stakeholders, be it government bodies, corporates, academic institutes, innovators, and other ecosystem players, try to identify the gaps as well as provide them with relevant solutions that could help them in scaling their businesses. I would like to thank St. Paul's College of Pharmacy for giving me an opportunity to speak about the support that is available to the innovators and startups, specifically from the ideation to the commercialization level, from various stakeholders, from regional, state, and national. So today's session, I will focus on two aspects, specifically for the student startups or innovators who are in the initial phases of their journey or in terms of it could be the support that is there from both the state level as well as from the national level. So yeah, before I jump in to the initiatives that are helpful to the student innovators or the idea framers, what I would like to give you a perspective is about the ecosystem as a whole, because like St. Paul's College of Pharmacy is based out of Telangana, and obviously everyone should be aware of what's happening in this ecosystem. So there are different organizations that are contributing to the innovation ecosystem of Telangana, which in turn is helping startups ranging from ideation stage to the startups which are in the mature stage. So firstly, as I have mentioned about it, like we work with different stakeholders, and we are one of the Telangana government initiatives, and like we began our journey in the year 2017. But like in the last 2 years, we got recognized as science and technology clusters by Office of PSA. The other department under the state is T-Hub, which is Technology Hub. And recently it has been in news being one of the largest innovation ecosystem in the world. So what T-Hub does, like they also help startups and help them by providing them with relevant mentoring related to business aspects as well as funding support. And they also have a beautiful space wherein the startups could sit out and work. It has a good network of VC firms as well as different corporate players who keeps on visiting this space, and like it will give you an immense opportunity to network with different stakeholders. And the third sector or the department that the government of Telangana had initiated is B-Hub, which is specifically for the women entrepreneurs, uh, and it is based out of Rajadurgam, and like they also work immensely with women startup founders or women-led founders. And the other initiative done by government of Telangana is T-Works, which basically help the innovators in prototyping their product. It's a huge facility that is just beside T-Hub, which is in Rajasthan, and a must visit whenever you visit T-Hub as well, because it has various labs and machinery that could help innovators in uh, developing their prototype for the product. The other vertical is task, which specifically work with students and the colleges in terms of various support. It could be knowledge or it could be in terms of placement assistance, etc. The other vertical is Telangana State Innovation Cell, which closely works with entrepreneurs from the rural areas, tier 2, tier 3 cities, etc. So one of the flagship program that they do is Intinta Innovator, which stands for innovators should be in every home, and that's where TSIC helps all these innovators in. And the other vertical is emerging technologies wing, wherein it specifically focuses on the startup which are in the deep tech aspects. So Telangana as a whole, it would definitely help student innovators in terms of guiding you or routing through different ecosystem partners. And like all these ecosystem partners will work together and ensure that a startup is successful throughout their journey. It could be with respect to the stage that they are in. Like, for example, if you are in an ideation stage, you might begin your journey with PSIC because like that's where they focus on student innovation programs also, and they have done also initiatives with respect to school students also. So obviously you could reach out to any of these organizations, and like each organization in partnership with each other collaboratively work together in terms of helping you through your entrepreneurship journey. Before I move out to the national level support that is available, a quick check or a quick fact is that like we as ecosystem in Telangana, every month we also do a incubator and accelerator meetups, wherein like all the incubators in the city as well as state come together, discuss different problem statements and design programs that would definitely help entrepreneurs. So this is the overview of the ecosystem, and like in case of any questions, you can definitely reach out to me through the details that I have shared with the college representative. Now, I'll quickly take you through one of few of the programs. Basically, it could be uh, initiatives that are supported through the central government. Give me a second. I'll just stop sharing the screen for a while. So before I begin, I won't take you through a PowerPoint kind of presentation, but I'll quickly take you through some of the important portals that every innovator should be aware of in terms of their journey or whenever they are starting up. So one such portal is basically the Startup India portal, which is a key uh, aspect or a component in your startup journey, because everything begins from here. It could be in terms of incorporating your startup, or it could be in terms of getting access to different sources through the web portal, etc. Yeah, it's taking some time to go. Give me. Sorry, there was a network issue. So this is one of the portal that every innovator should be aware of, because all the updates with regard to the national initiative or with regard to the corporates, because like corporates, like uh, corporates are also running different kind of challenges with respect to the innovations, and like there are different problem statements. If you look at it, like you are able to see the different kind of challenges or the grant opportunities that are available to the startup ecosystem. So this would be one of the good resources to begin with, especially for the student innovators. And also you have a resources section wherein you will be guided through all the courses that are available, which are free of cost. This is specifically for entrepreneurs, and it covers various aspects like how do you start a company, or what is it in for starting up rather than going for placement, etc. Also, this also focuses on giving you guidance on different aspects like how to register your company, as well as like what is how to become a financial analyst, or how do you do marketing in terms of your product, etc. So this is one of the free resources that you could take help from. Uh, and you can explore this as also you will have different policies that are available with respect to the state government, uh, what, uh, as well as also get access to different aspects like what are the regulatory in terms of like what are the regulatory challenges or issues, the opportunities that you yourself can have and try to build around it. So this is one of the key websites. And the next website that I would give you a quick update is on the Invest India portal. So Invest India portal is one of the portals wherein like you will be getting access to different resources, right? Like it could be market analysis, or it could be with respect to the reports that are generated by the different agencies or the consulting firms. So this will definitely serve as a guide whenever you are working on your problem statement and need some help in terms of analyzing your market. It's sector specific, and like you could go through each of the sectors and could access the market reports from here. So this is one of the websites that I definitely wanted you all the innovators who are starting up to refer, because like this gives you a good backup on whatever problem statement that you are solving. Now, I will move on to the opportunities that are specifically available. And I would like to thank Venture Center for creating such a very good dashboard in terms of making people to understand very easily. So the platform that I am showing you right now is Venture Center. Basically, this is one of the pages from Venture Center. Venture Center is one of the organizations that works with startups in the biotechnology space, and they also have different programs from ideation to market, etc. In terms of the product. So as you see here, like at each and every stage, like there are different fundings that are available, funding opportunities that are available for the startups. So in case if you are at a technology idea or an opportunity stage, there are technology development funds. In case if you are at a proof of concept, meaning proof of concept in the sense like once you have validated your idea and have a sample or a very basic version of your prototype. That's where we mention it as like proof of concept and doability kind of thing. So here you have technology licensing funds as well as funds for patent protection, because like you need to protect your IP as well. You need to protect your innovation as well. So there are basically funding that are available specifically for patent filing as well. And prototype demonstration stage also there is funding that is available, which is technology scale up, validation or de-risking funds we call it as, and rights or trials or approvals. So once you have a prototype ready or once you have a product ready, it's essential for you to do conduct trials or take approvals from the government bodies in terms of conducting your studies. So for that reason, there is market entry funds that are available as well, and commercial production funds, wherein like if you wanted to scale your product up, as well as expansion funds. So this is one more web pages that I would definitely recommend you to go through in your startup journey, because like there are different uh, funding opportunities like that you could see. There are opportunity from Department DSIR, Department of Scientific and Industrial Research. There are opportunity from BIRAC, Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance Council, and like there are different funding support that is available from each of these agencies. Now, quickly moving on. Yeah, so this is one of the key uh, pages that I wanted to show you. as I have explained in my previous page. So this is also again referred through Fund Venture Center website. Specifically for student innovators, because like today my target audience is for the innovators who are in their ideation stage. So often we are lack of sufficient funds in order to develop our prototype. We just have an idea, but like we are not sure like how to take that or convert your idea into a prototype. So for that reason, like the government had identified this problem statement or the challenge, and there are three government agencies. Like this is just like a uh, no normal level. I'm just showcasing you these details, but in case of more details you could check their website and go in depth in each of the specific pages. So one of the initiatives is Nidhi EIR, Nidhi Entrepreneur in Distance Program, which is launched by Department of Science and Technologies, which is under Minister of Science and Technology, Government of India. And this is powered by DST and Venture Center at Pune. So what is this Entrepreneur in Distance Program? As you see in this page, so this EIR is specifically for ideation or a research-based fund, wherein it will help the student innovators specifically by providing them with some kind of ignition grant of 3.6 lakhs uh, in an year or till 18 months. So there are different implementing agencies or like the program execution partners who are running this program, be it CIIIT Hyderabad, be it CAA Go or KIIT TBR. So these are some of the incubators that are running these programs, and basically you can check all these details in terms of who are the participating incubators or like whom to reach out, etc. So what they do is like each of these incubators, right, like the incubators that you see here, they specifically work with startups who are in their ideation stage and mentor in their prototype development, etc. Because this specific program, Entrepreneur in Distance program, is for the budding entrepreneurs, and definitely through all these incubators, through their networks as well as through their expertise, they will help you in terms of your prototype development. And yeah, like eligibility, this is specifically for the startups who are in their ideation stage and uh, and are looking uh, to convert their idea into a basic proof of concept. So this is one of the key initiatives that has been initiated by Department of Science and Technologies. And as I said, like an innovator selected under this program will be getting 3.6 lakhs in total for a period of 12 to 18 months, which would be around 30,000 per month. And you could check your eligibility in terms of applying to this program. Eligibility is something that I request all the participants to check even before you start reaching out to the incubators that are listed here. So I request you to please explore this website in detail so that you could take leverage of this initiative. So one another initiative that is launched by Department of Science and Technology is Nidhi Prayas, which is for prototype development. So once you have a proof of concept, so like once you have graduated from EIR program, wherein like you got a support in terms of converting your idea into a proof of concept. But now you need to develop your proof of concept into a prototype, a working prototype. So as you see in this page, like EIR is specifically for ideation stage startup, like in case if you have an idea. But like post ideation stage, in order to develop that proof of concept into a prototype, you should be having one more fund. So this is one of the funding initiatives that has been initiated by Department of Science and Technology under Government of India. So through this program, the selected innovators will be specifically getting around a grant up to 10 lakhs. And this is only for the hardware startups, like in terms of developing your product, which is a hardware product. So again, like as I have mentioned, like all the Prayas centers are listed out in this website. You can reach out to these Prayas centers, and as well as I also request you to please check the eligibility criteria even before you start reaching out to these incubators in terms of support, because each of these incubators would have their own criteria of selection. So once you go through these Prayas centers, I would also request you to please go through each of these centers website and get an understanding of what that incubator focus area is, and accordingly start applying. So these are two initiatives that are done by that are initiated by Department of Science and Technology. Similarly, like there is this Tide 2.0 scheme, which is by MIT now, which is Ministry of Electronics and Information Technologies. Again, this is also one of the government departments under Government of India. So they have this scheme called as Technology Incubation and Development of Entrepreneurs. So here also they have a funding program wherein they will be helping innovators who are in their ideation stage. And this program is also called as Entrepreneur in Residence Program. So there again, like there are different incubators that are there uh, who are executing this program. And like as I said, like Entrepreneur in Residence Program under this scheme will be getting around 4 lakhs uh, in between 12 to 18 months. And like this is also for the startups who are in their ideation stage and wanted to have a proof of concept. So similarly, like there is another program under MIT itself, which is called as grant program. This is again to support startups in terms of developing their uh, prototype. Like once you have a proof of concept ready, this also involves for technology related startups. It could be SaaS platforms, meaning software applications, or it could be hardware startups. So again, I request all the innovators, whoever would are interested, to explore this website in detail and leverage this opportunity. So yeah, these are some of the major schemes. Apart from that, like there are other uh, scheme departments also. Like the other department is BIRAC, specifically for biotechnology related startup. Like there are different programs that initiatives that BIRAC had launched. And all these programs you can see here. Again, they have categorized into states, stage-wise specific support that is available. So one of the support is like from ideation to early stage. They have this grant called as Biotechnology Commission Grant, wherein the selected innovator or the startup would be getting funding support of up to 50 lakhs. And apart from that, like there are other initiatives like Sitari, UA for students, etc. And like for ideation to lead startups, there are other schemes that are available. So I would again request the innovators to go through this website and make utilize take leverage of this particular website, and this is specifically for the biotechnology related startups. So yeah, like apart from DST, MIT, and Bharat, there are other government departments also that are specifically focusing on this scaling of innovations, etc. So yeah, like all the information is again available in Startup India portal. So which is the best website, I would say, like to get in terms of schemes and policies, the ongoing programs, what is the support mechanism that is available to innovators who are in their ideation stage, etc. So yeah, so that's it. And like in case of any questions, please feel free to reach out to me in terms of uh, understanding more about stage related. So again, to recap, like in this session, I have just covered the two major aspects. Like one is for the innovators who are in their ideation stage, as well as for the startup who are in the proof of concept. But as you progress, like there are other schemes also that are available from different organizations, and obviously, like as I've shown here, you could explore these sites and leverage as per your stage that you are in. uh, as well as with respect to the support from the regional level or the state level is considered, like as I have mentioned. So these are different ecosystem players in the Telangana region, and like you can definitely reach out to us, and we together work together, and I'm sure that like you progress in your journey of building your startup. Thank you.